But Robert Brooks was beaten to death while handcuffed. He wasn't just killed, he was tortured on camera. It was caught on video. Where are the arrests? I want names. I want faces. That the governor of New York is going to come out and says 13 correctional officers. I want to know all 13. I want their names. I want their faces. I want them on camera. Every one of them. Every one of them. Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show. Right here with the digital airwaves of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. That was me speaking on December 31st upon learning about the story that I'm about to reiterate to you right now. Because in the latest on this story we discussed on this show when it happened in December, murder charges have been announced in the death of Robert Brooks, a 43-year-old inmate who was beaten by guards at a prison in upstate New York. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the charges Thursday. In a statement, Hochul said, quote, Robert Brooks should be alive today. The brutal attack on Mr. Brooks was sickening, and I immediately moved to terminate the employment of those involved, end quote. In a grand jury indictment, 6 correctional officers were charged with second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter. 2 of them were also charged with gang assault. The 6 charged with second-degree murder are Nicholas Anzalone, David Kingsley, Anthony Farina, Christopher Warreth, Matthew Gallagher, and an unnamed person. You see their faces right there. Take a look. Let's pause for a second. Let's look at their faces right now. Every one of them. I don't like the fact that they turned sideways personally. I want to see them front. I want to see the frontal view. Like Anzalone, I want to see who the rest of them are. Why is Kingsley, Farina, Warreth, and Gallagher sideways? That's what I want to know. But I digress. 17 employees, including 4 sergeants and 2 nurses, were alleged to be involved in the death and were suspended as a result of the incident. 4 others were charged in the grand jury indictment in connection with the case on varying charges, including manslaughter and evidence tampering. The body cam footage from December 9th shows Brooks with his hands cuffed behind his back at the Marcy Correctional Facility as multiple guards punched and kicked him. Brooks was on an infirmary bed when the attack occurred, and at one point in the video, his face was visibly bloodied. He was taken to the hospital and died the following day. An autopsy report declared Brooks' manner of death was homicide, according to his family's attorney. Attorney Elizabeth Mazur told NBC News that Brooks died due to compression of the neck and multiple blunt force injuries. Second-degree murder? Aggravated assault, stuff like that? Why isn't it first-degree murder? I want to know. I guess when you look at the charges, I mean, they could all be looking at 25 years in prison or whatever. I mean, a man is dead. I wouldn't be mad if they got the death penalty. And I don't know how. I'm amazed how folks can plead not guilty. You caught on video. The man is cuffed with his hands behind his back on an infirmary bed, and you're beating him to a pulp, and you're saying you're not guilty? How? How? You know, this is not police officers. This is correctional officers. But law enforcement is law enforcement, right? Unarmed black man is an unarmed black man, right? Was he armed? Wasn't his hands cuffed behind his back? And you literally beat him to death? Obviously, there was a whole bunch of people complicit. First, we heard 13. Now we hear about 6 being indicted. And then the next thing you know, 17 other folks. Damn. It was a coordinated attack, evidently so. These bastards should be under the jail. There's no way that they should get off. No way in hell. They took him out, take them out. At least take them off the streets for the rest of their natural lives. They committed murder. What you gonna say? I only punched him twice, the other person punched him 5 times? Anybody that was involved needs to go down. Anybody that was involved that put their hands, their feet, a club, or whatever it is on that man, they need to go down. All of them. All of them. You know when you see stuff like that, because we saw the video. Just take a moment to ask yourself, what if that had been you? Do you understand when your hands are cuffed behind your back, you don't even have the ability to cover yourself and to shield yourself from the punishment being inflicted upon you? You don't even get to curl up in a ball and cover yourself for protective measures. You don't even get to do that. Do you realize that? That's what they did to that man. That's what they did to that man. Similar to the kind of things that used to be done to us, which had black folks resembling activists all over this nation.